following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
Sitting down and designing, where every man in thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't test me. Big up the girls inside the party. Let's get down to crazy Jimmy. Big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
Bitch, I'm your one I wanna be. Jimmy Star's new celebrity.
We'll take you out to Jimmy Star's.
Hey ho, what's up everybody? Welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, bringing you the good times in music, fashion, pop culture, and entertainment. We have a fabulous show for you guys today. I'm super excited about it. Our two great guests that we have today, we have director, writer, producer David Zucker. You guys know him from Airplane and The Naked Gun. I don't know, he's basically considered to be the best comedy writer, director in the history of movies. He's going to be a great guest.
And he's a very funny guy, so we should have a very wild, funny show because he's not a prude.
And then we have our second guest, a very good friend of Ron and I's, Mark Baca Anthony, Emmy winner, stuntman, stunt coordinator, actor, producer. And so it's going to be a very fun show for you guys today.
Just a nice guy.
Oh, and just a nice guy. That's right. And we're working on 2 films with him. So I think it's going to be a great show. What's up, chat room? Oh, before we get started.
Listen, don't go away, because we have to find out why David Zucker and this beautiful brunette used to be an item. Shut up, don't laugh, you can't hear. Used to be an item, and now they're not anymore. So I said maybe he had a little penis, maybe he has no money, maybe he's a schmuck, what do I know? So we're going to find out why they broke up. So hang in there, gang. Don't go away. Why do you speak when I'm speaking? You know, one day I'm going to give you such a smack in the face.
No.
You're going to have lips that are going to look like...
Anyway. Oh, they love the plaid. All right, so what's up, chat room? First, we want to introduce my cool, outrageous man about town co-host, Ron Russell. Don't forget, we got Astro with us today, sitting on our lap as always. It's December, you guys. Merry Christmas.
No, not yet.
It's coming. It's coming. Our Christmas show's in 2 weeks,
Yeah,
you
so
guys.
am I coming, but not right now.
Yeah. In the meantime, you guys, I want to welcome the chat room. People are joining us in the chat room. Hello, Bitter End Media. Cindy Lady Lake, thanks for the promo. Stefan Del Bell is in there. Our regards to Tina.
I still don't know how Stefan got Tina. Stefan, what did you do? You had to hypnotize her. I mean, she's so special. God, she's like the perfect girlfriend.
I want to thank everybody for tuning in last week. Our interview with Claudia Christian did super, super well. We've got over 50,000 views on Instagram.
She was super, super well. I like her.
Just on Instagram, so it's really great. So thank you so much. We want to tell everybody you can tune in and listen to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. We're on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, TuneIn, and Amazon Prime. We're also on 150 other platforms, but I don't know if anybody even knows what they are, so we just mentioned the ones that are really big. And I think today is going to be a great show. And I hope everybody had a nice Thanksgiving. I forgot, this is our first show back since Thanksgiving.
I will talk about it. I'm making out with my dog, so just a minute. We have to soul kiss, and then I will talk to you. Oh, I love this dog so much. All right, Astro, you're in my way, baby. Get lost. Go to daddy, too. Anyway, you know, my daughters, who I'm very, very, very close with all my life, moved to Pennsylvania, back to Pennsylvania, because they loved it. And it was my first Thanksgiving without my children. So, of course, I was heartbroken and very, very felt abandoned. So we came up with the idea. They would put a camera on their table, and we put a camera on our table. And we all ate together, and it was wonderful. It was as though they were here. But the nice part was, once I turned off my camera, they were gone, so I didn't have to hear their bullshit. So it was really good. It was like a visit that you just took the best parts of and enjoyed. And then when it got nasty and crappy, you turn it off. Come on. But I loved it. I don't think I want to do it again. Next Thanksgiving, we will go to Pennsylvania for Thanksgiving and be with them.
Yeah, it was different. It was very, very different not to be in person.
California doesn't have holidays that are nice. Christmas stinks here. Hanukkah stinks. Thanksgiving stinks. It doesn't have it. East Coast is where holidays are. Halloween on the East Coast is wonderful. They decorate, they go nuts. Thanksgiving is very fireplace, cold out, sometimes snow, which makes it very, very pilgrim. And Christmas, of course, in New York is wonderful. There's no other city in the world like New York City, Manhattan, at Christmas time. So I forgot what I was saying.
That's it.
My mother used to always say, if you forget what you're saying, it's usually a lie. Did you ever hear that? Because we forget lies. You're a liar, Jimmy. You never forget a lie. You're good. When I say, do you cheat on me? You say, no, I never would cheat on you. And you're lying right
Yeah,
now.
right.
You're lying like a trooper.
Yeah, right. Anyway, we want to welcome some people. So I want to welcome Hugh McPherson into the chat room. You guys, Hugh McPherson is the writer of the film we're working on called My Porn Star Wife, based on a true story.
Jimmy plays the wife.
No, I'm producing it. I don't play anything. I'm a producer. I'm not an actor. You're the actor, and you're playing somebody, but I don't know who. But anyway, it's called My Porn Star Wife. It's going to be really cool, and I think everybody's going to love it. And we should hopefully be shooting by the end of next year.
The title is very deceiving.
It's a comedy.
Yeah, but you think porn star wife.
Porn star.
Porn star wife. You think she's going to be some sexy naked tomato that's a porn star? No.
How do you know?
Because I read the script, you dumb bastard.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. I read the script before you got it. They offered it to me.
Yeah, right.
And then I turned it down, and then they sent it to you.
Anyway, it's going to be a lot of fun. You can check it out. It's on IMDb. We're working on it now for funding. And Hugh's going to be in it. And it's basically loosely based on his life. So it's actually kind of like a true story. With some embellishments, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Imagine Pretty Woman if it was actually like a real comedy and like a really funny comedy. So anyway, so that goes with that, and I think that's it. Do you have anything else we need to tell everybody?
No, just I'm going to say how wonderful I am and how talented I am and how gorgeous I am, and I have a great body, and I'm really wonderful to talk to. I'm intelligent, I'm witty, I'm chitty, and I'm very, very modest.
Yeah.
I'm shy and modest.
All right, so
What?
So I'm going to bring on our guest.
What guest?
The guest who you already spoke
the guest
to.
that got dumped by the beautiful brunette. Oh yeah, let's talk to him.
All right,
Where
everybody.
do you see this brunette? She's gorgeous.
She's probably not coming on. All right, let's bring him in, Juan.
And here I am.
Yay!
Yes.
All right, everybody. So now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, film director, writer, producer, David Zucker. Hello and welcome to the show.
Thank you, and thank you for pronouncing my name correctly.
Okay, I want to tell you something about that. I had no idea how to pronounce your name, and I stuck it into YouTube to see your other interviews, of which I had to go through 50 of them before I found somebody who actually introduced you. It's like everybody already knew your name, so it always starts without the introduction. But I didn't want to mess it up.
You have to be a landsman in order to pronounce some Jewish names. Like Lipschitz. The Americans pronounce Lipschitz like that, but in German it's not pronounced that way.
How is that pronounced? I never.
Lipschutz.
Oh, Lipschutz. Okay.
Lipschutz. But the stupid Americans like the shit pot.
And
they say Lipschitz. I hate that one. I had a kid in school. His name, I think we were the third Jew in the school. And the whole school was Italian. Thank God I was half Italian.
Yeah, there was a TV show called Schitt's Creek.
We loved it.
Yeah,
that was fun, though.
That was a play on the word shit.
That one was fun, though.
So let's get right
Wait,
there.
no. We didn't even introduce you. He doesn't even know who you are.
He knows who I am.
Anyway, this is my cool, outrageous man about town co-host, Ron Russell. Say hello.
Oh, hi, Ron. First I hear of it.
We spoke before the show opened.
And I want to tell everybody who he is before we get going, and then you can ask him whatever you want to say.
When you did Airplane.
No, wait. Wait, I want to ask him. So, everybody, in case you don't know, you do know his work. If you don't know his name, he's made some of the top and most quoted comedies of all time.
Funny.
Airplane, The Naked Gun, From the Files of Police Squad, Naked Gun 2.5, The Smell of Fear, Naked Gun 33 1/3, The Final Insult, Basketball, Scary Movie 3, 4, and 5. And he's done a bunch of other movies that he's produced, which we're going to talk about one of them because I'm interested. And
I love all your movies.
And
I'm not blowing smoke up your ass either. I really like your sense of humor. It's demented. I love that kind of humor.
And he started a spoof comedy course called Master Crash, a crash course in spoof comedy, which we're going to talk about later. And I even have a video I pulled off your website.
But
We can play for everybody.
your work is so original and so off key and so sarcastic and I love it. Airplane, my dear friend is in it, Lorene Landon.
I know she's in the second one.
She played the stewardess.
I never saw the second one.
Okay, I
the
believe
second
that.
one was not as good as the first one, but it was good. You know, usually the second movies are never that good. You know,
Actually,
if they're done by the same people, they have a chance of being good. If they're not done by the original people, which the studios often do now, then they're not as good.
So let me ask you a question going on that then, and see what first of all, in the chat room, somebody says Betsy Salzberg says hello to David from Torah Minion. So
oh yes, I'm in the Torah Minion. Yeah. So
she says hello, and actually her ex-husband is the one I'm doing a movie with called My Porn Star Wife. So 6 degrees of separation.
Well, I'm working on a reality show right now, but it's called Porn Star Housewives.
Hey, that's a good one though.
That's a good joke. Yes.
No, that was a good one.
It must be a lot of fun to be friends with you because of your humor. I wouldn't be able to talk much because I would be laughing more than able to talk. Now, who's that beautiful?
It's not that funny.
Let's get right to the chase. Who's the beautiful brunette? Brunette, gorgeous girl.
That's my ex-girlfriend, Ellie Shoja, who is one of my housemates now. And it's Ellie, and then I also live with half of a rock band. And it's a fun house. And then there's another guy in the treehouse.
But she's really beautiful.
So yeah, I for a while, Chris just left, but only a week ago I was living with 3 gay men. So a very interesting house here.
That's fun.
And my ex-girlfriend, yeah.
I like love. Is it really a rock band? What's the rock band? Is it like a band we know?
No, they were called Hot Crazy. They broke up, and but the singer still lives here, and the guitar player lived here for a few years too. So, and they recorded all their songs. I thought they were great, and they made a song called David's House, which is all about this house.
I'd love to hear.
It must
the
be a
lyrics.
big house. You must have a big house.
Yeah,
Are you in LA? You're in LA, right?
I'm in LA in Brentwood, but it's not a big house, not a mansion. I know people who have mansions.
I'll bet.
I know a lot of people in Brentwood that have lovely homes, cottagey kind, but not maybe 3,000 square feet, but beautiful.
I don't know how many square feet this is exactly, but it's got 4 bedrooms upstairs, and there's plenty of room.
4,000 square foot house.
I've redone it many times. That's one of my hobbies is interior design. I mean, I could qualify as gay, I'm sure, because I'm so good at it. And so I'm just about done with this. So now I'm going to start on my ex-wife's house, which is on the next street over.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Why?
Well, my ex-wife is dead, and that was good because anything closer to me than that is bad.
Yeah.
I get along with everybody, and I've had many relationships, many girlfriends. Only 2 of them hate me, so I think that's a pretty good.
Oh, that's good.
Track record. Yeah.
Well, my ex-wife didn't hate me, but she was like a store mannequin. Very beautiful and posed and never spoke. She had no personality. She was as dull as they come. Great tits, but that's it.
I can't top that.
No.
There you go. I want to say too, we actually met you once.
Yes, we did.
We didn't take pictures or anything because you were in high demand, but we used to go to the Jeffrey Gunn's info list parties, and I think in like 2019 maybe, or when we first moved here, we went to one of those parties, and you were the featured guest, and so we actually like met you, which I thought was really cool. And it's even cooler now that you're on the show. But I have a question for you, and I think I'm going to know the answer. But first of all, did you watch the new Naked Gun movie with Liam Neeson? Did you even watch
I
it?
didn't like that.
No, I won't see it. I mean, I had a script written for it. We did it on spec. I wrote it with my longtime writing partners, Pat Proft and Mike McManus. And but Seth MacFarlane, who's a big, famous and rich producer, swooped in, took the franchise. He came in with Liam Neeson and did the Naked Gun 4. So I was
It
excluded
was
from
so
it.
bad. It was so bad.
He only watched the first 15 minutes and said, I can't watch this shit.
Liam Neeson is a superb actor.
I agree 100%. He is so good, Oscar quality. Yeah.
But not in that stupid
Well,
piece of shit that I
They
had
tried
to
it.
watch.
They tried to copy. Nobody can copy what you do. You are
the best.
the best at it.
I even told that to Jimmy. I said, it's amazing how people have signature on certain films. And the signature of a good producer, director, actor, cast. And the signature of a mistake. And
Well, I of course don't intend to see it, but I did watch the trailer by mistake, and it's you can't unsee this stuff. It's like that thing 10 or 20 years ago called Two Girls, One Cup, and you can't unsee it. You don't want to see it. So I chose never to watch that because I just heard about it. So, but I could see that it was pretty much a copy. So
it wasn't even a
But
copy.
it was anywhere near.
It wasn't-
they tried to
Listen,
copy.
for me to walk out on a film, I never, especially when people are in it that I know, like I got to see these people and talk to them eventually. And I just felt bad for Liam because he was so miscast. The man,
Yeah, well, I think it's a non-starter because they tried to replace Leslie Nielsen. In my script, we weren't even trying to replace him. We weren't even doing an LA cop station. It was international spy movies.
Leslie Nielsen was the
intrigues.
greatest. Nobody can compete with Leslie Nielsen.
Right now, no, and well, neither do I want to try that again because it was an idea that was done 35 years ago,
Right.
and it's been done. Okay, real funny. We got an old guy, but that's something that I don't want to go back and do. So this would have been the son of Frank Drebin, which would have been a mid-30s actor, and it was such a great script. But of course, Paramount. I mean, the studios are just idiotic, and so they will go for the flashy, shiny producer and star and hire young writers, and they think that will be hip.
No.
But it's,
You were missed. Let's just put it that way, and we don't have to keep talking about it. But you were missed.
Yes, even
I
I-
have a story. We went to see him. Who are we talking?
Leslie Nielsen.
No. Yeah, wait a minute. I got a moment of. I'm 85, so I go in and out at times. Who are we talking about? The guy from the original one.
Yeah, Leslie Nielsen.
Nielsen. We went up to his apartment in Fort Lauderdale,
Oh,
and he greeted us in jockey shorts. And,
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
and everybody was so embarrassed. So I had to break the mood, and I said, "Are you trying to seduce the gay men here?" So he said, "Look down there. Do you think that's going to seduce anybody?"
He's very funny
Very funny.
and I
And-
loved him. He was very.
and a real anarchist.
Yes.
He made coffee for us, and he said, "Drink at your own risk." I mean, he just had those
Oh,
one-liners.
I'm sure he probably did the old fart machine gag with you.
What?
The fart machine.
He has
Yeah.
a fart machine that he would do every time he meets a new person.
He didn't. No, he didn't.
So you had a couple of movies that actually aren't comedies that you produced. I just want to bring this one up only because we were friends with Larry Cohen, and a very good friend of his was named Lorene Landon, and she's the stewardess in the second Airplane movie. And you did Phone Booth, which I thought was an excellent movie. It was a phenomenal dramatic movie with Joel Schumacher directed it with Kiefer Sutherland and Colin Farrell. Like, how did you decide to go out of the whole comedy range and say, hey, I'm going to do some of these serious movies?
Well, I like anything that's new, original, just out of the box.
Yeah, but you know what?
And my producing partner, whose
Stop
name is Gil Netter, found this script, and we worked on it for a couple of years, and
wow.
got it ready and got it financed, and I think Fox did it, and Gil was able to get Joel Schumacher, and then they got a cast. I mean, it was a fun project to work on, and it
And
wasn't.
you got away with murder. You got, because the one line that I was shocked.
No, wait, you're in a different movie.
No, I'm on airplane.
No, but we're on Phone Booth.
Phone Booth. This is
Phone Booth was wonderful. Oh, I love Phone Booth.
We'll go back. So
What
I
a-
just
what
thought
a
it was a
clip-
great movie.
what a-
I don't know how well it did, but as far
It
as
did very
Oh,
well.
that movie
Oh,
was
it did.
very good.
It did tremendously well, and it was a very low budget. So
Sure, it was a telephone booth, and what's his name? But I loved it because of the originality of it. I've never seen it. I've seen every film probably made because I'm 85 years old. So I've been watching films since 1950, 45 actually.
Mhm.
And
actually, you look very young, but you're older than you look.
he's nowhere near my age.
I'm 78.
78.
Well, I'm still 85.
That's pretty
I guess
good.
so.
You
I
look
guess-
fantastic.
I guess we were just trimming, following.
You
each
look
other.
fantastic for
But
it.
I thought that the line that blew me away was when the little boy sits on the pilot's lap, and
Oh, in
he
the airplane.
says to the little boy, "Did you ever see a naked man, a grown-up naked man?" And I thought that was, he was seducing the child, and it was very, very shocking for the day, but hilariously funny. So you can.
All these gags were kind of suggested by a 1957 movie called 0 Hour, and 0 Hour had the same plot, and a little boy comes up to visit the pilot, and he actually does give him a little toy plane and asks him some questions, but we just kind of pushed it a little further, and
I thought
had
it
him
was
be a pedophile.
I thought it was clever because we were able to laugh at something that is so serious, So, because any little boy in our business has been seduced. I mean, I was seduced many times, propositioned, and I said, "You don't have enough money."
Good, you set him straight.
Yeah, he sounds straight. I love it. So let's talk a little bit about Airplane. So Airplane was
Loved
kind of
it.
like the
Loved
first
it.
of its kind, and you used dramatic actors, to do comedy, and it was such a huge hit. How was it doing it, and how'd you come up with the idea to do it?
Well, we were running a theater stage show review called Kentucky Fried Theater
Movie, yeah. So
on Pico Boulevard in West LA for about 5 years after doing the same show in Madison, Wisconsin on the university campus. And so we were doing the show for a couple of years and realized, well, we had appeared on we were on the Tonight Show a couple of times, and we were on a bunch of national shows, but we really weren't going anywhere. So we knew we better write a movie. And we saw Mel Brooks movies, and those were funny, and Woody Allen movies, and
Yes.
we thought those were funny. But we also thought we could do this. And so we didn't have an idea, but when we saw 0 Hour, because we would leave the reel-to-reel tape recorder on overnight and get the commercials so we could spoof them in our show. One morning when we cleared off the tape, we saw this movie and said, "This movie's pretty interesting," and forget the commercials. And I think the first idea we had, it's unintentionally funny because it's so serious, and we could probably redub it. And then the leap that we did was, how about just remake the movie with serious actors and put in the lines as though the actors didn't know they were in a comedy. And that's exactly what we did. But that took 5 years. I mean,
Oh, wow.
I've got a script now that I've had for 5 years, and it's just as hard as when I was completely unknown.
I am so glad you just said that, actually, because like I produce movies. I've produced a bunch of movies, and he's always like, "How come you don't have the money for this movie? You've been working on it for 2 years or something." I'm like, there's people that are really famous. I was like, that took forever, to raise money. And so the fact that you say that just validates it a little bit, that it's very difficult to get money, and you're like super damn
Yes,
famous.
but yes,
Yeah.
but you don't get the projects that he
Well, of
gets.
course I don't. I'm not him. He's
No, but I
Well,
mean,
I don't.
his
I don't
career
even
was an airplane.
take offers from projects. I mean, not that I'm being offered anything, but I don't want to be a director for hire. I would rather
Right.
stay home and do my interior design.
David, you could get $3 million for a movie in a second.
but he doesn't.
Yeah,
make
and I don't do movies for $3 million. That's the thing.
No, I use that as a low budget feeling because some people can't even get a $3 million movie going, and they work at it for years.
Well, and I know people who are high net worth individuals who invest in movies and that are like $1 million, $2 million, even $5 million, and they're no good. You can't get a good script. You can't get a good director. I mean, and the budget range that my new script is in is still very low budget, but it's like 12 or 15 million.
Every now and then, one slips through the cracks. There's a film that you should watch. It's called Blind,
Oh, he won't watch that.
and
No, it's
Marcel
horror.
Welz did it. It's about a movie star who has laser surgery and is accidentally blinded. And she lives in her beautiful home in the Hollywood Hills. But there's a psycho out there that moves into her house, and he lives in the basement, and she doesn't know it. It's a thriller. It's a low budget.
I mean, low budget, like
I-
no money.
I'm in some shitteroos. I'm in some movies that when people say, "What's out?" I don't tell them. Because, no, really, I'm too embarrassed to tell them I'm even in the friggin' film. So I just ignore it. But this film was done. He's German, from Germany, so therefore he has that wonderful, how Europeans film and do, interestingly.
Just to give you an idea, because I can't say the budget, but it's a five-figure budget. That's how low the budget is. It's very, very low. And it did very well.
They made a sequel to it and ruined it because the sequel became Chop 'em. Because my first one didn't make any money, so the second one is a chopper film. The minute you chop people up in a movie, it's over for me anyway.
Yeah.
You don't do horror though, right? You don't like horror.
No, I don't really like horror movies. However,
Neither do I.
I directed and co-wrote Scary Movie 3 and 4. So
Yes.
and those, and I didn't realize you could do a spoof on a horror movie because I thought it was already, they're not really grounded in reality, but I guess they are because the Wayans figured it out and they did the original Scary Movie, and it was a big hit.
I love
Actually,
Scary.
those movies are hilarious though.
Scary
And did you
movie.
Did you know the movies you were spoofing? Did you know what the movies that you were spoofing were when you did it?
Of course. I mean, we not when Bob Weinstein said, "Okay, we want to do Signs in the Ring." I'd never heard of them, so I had to go and see them, and so we wrote the script with Craig Mazin and Pat Proft.
I love it. I think it's fabulous.
I love that movie. I really like your work, and I'm happy to say I don't have to lie about it. Because,
Which is what you usually do with your guests. That
It depends on who they are.
no, because a lot of times I have to lie and I have to make believe I like what the shit they put out. But I feel I can't say you stink and your movie's horrible. That wouldn't make a good show, would it?
Yeah.
So it's nice to have honesty once in a blue moon and to say to you with an open heart, I love your work. I crack up from it because I like avant-garde spoofy stuff.
Well, about a month ago, I was at a screening of Scary Movie 3 at the Gardena Cinema here, and I did it with Simon Rex. We did a Q&A afterwards, and Simon brought his friend Sean Baker, who won like 17 Oscars for Anura. And so I met him, and he was full of praise. He loved my stuff. I had never seen any of his movies. So I didn't lie. I just said, great. But then I watched went and watched Anora. It really is good. You know,
Yeah, it was really good.
it's not an accident that that thing won Best Picture.
That's
And the
different.
girl who's
Wait a minute.
starring, who
That-
won the
that
Academy
was-
Award, was in Scream. She was in Scream 5.
That was in person. Now, when I'm on a red carpet and I run into somebody that's got a movie that's somewhere, I tell the truth. I say, I didn't see your film because there's only he and I. But when I'm here with 5 million people watching, I'm not going to hurt anybody's career. So I say, oh, yes, I've seen your movie, when in fact, I've never seen their movie. And I lie. And that's what
But
we
I
do.
see everything.
No. But that it's really not a lie. It's a white lie to help the guy. But again, I repeat, in your case, it's honesty. I love your work. I love your movies. I watch them over and over again, and I see something new in them, and I crack up laughing because I'm from the 1940s and 50s. And in 1950, if you remember, we had a lot of spoof movies out. It was a spoof era. Everybody was spoofing on everybody.
I wasn't born yet.
So that's my mentality, and I think you're a genius, and I don't mind saying it. And if you don't like it, go fuck yourself.
Good point. Yes, thank you.
So let's talk about your class. You have a class, spoof. I wrote down spoof comedy course, Master Crash, a crash course in spoof comedy, breaking down the 15 essential rules you use to write, direct, and edit effective comedy. Tell us a little bit about your course, and then I'm going to play a little video I took off your YouTube channel.
Wait a
Yeah,
minute,
it
Mel
was-
Brooks. Now you gotta love Mel Brooks, right?
I do like Mel Brooks.
You don't love him. I love Mel Brooks. His Blazing Saddles. I did not stop laughing, and I never laugh much in movies. I never stopped
Especially
laughing.
today.
I mean, Mel Brooks is another genius for
No,
some.
he has a lot of funny gags in his movies, and I often use scenes from his movie to make a point. You know, I love in Young Frankenstein. Did you remember when somebody says to Marty Feldman, "Your hump was on the left side, now it's on the right side. What's the deal?" And he says, "What hump?" So it's such a brilliant way of
It's wonderful.
so many people are not self-aware of what's going on. So I always use that, what hump. And recently,
And my favorite part of Frankenstein is when Madeline Kahn is making it with Frankenstein, and she starts singing, "Oh," and then goes into the high note.
yeah,
I thought that was hilarious.
and when Marty Feldman, he starts going into Groucho, and he just starts doing saying a line.
And those
I
are-
can't remember what the line is, but some very funny things. However, the movie, it doesn't really have a character that you can follow all the way through, which I had to learn the hard way. You got to have some character grounded in reality who I realize the plot and the characters are as important as the jokes, probably more important.
Yes, it is.
The movies that I've done, which have had those character arcs, have always done well. And the ones where I did not do as well. It's something that Peter Farrelly does well. He did Something About Mary and Dumb and
Yes.
Dumber, and his movies that have been really big hits and successful are ones that he's paid attention to that main character, and that's what I'm teaching
Also-
anyways in my class.
Mel Brooks was gifted to have Marilyn Kahn, all the
Marilyn
cast
Kahn.
that she had. They were brilliant together. They all were like magic. They worked. That nobody was thumbs up or thumbs down. It was all equal. It was wonderful.
Yeah, he had very talented casts.
Very talented.
And my brother and I just did we were doing the Mel Brooks documentary. I mean, we were just interviewed for it. So then that'll come out, I don't know, after another year. So
I love it. So before we go to the spoof comedy thing, in the chat room, someone said Kentucky Fried Movie is a masterpiece. Where did the name Samuel L. Bronkowitz come from?
we just thought it sounded like a real one of those old line producers, and we were we were just kind of a seat of the pants production, trying to, everything. We didn't have any credit or anything, and our producer Bob Weiss was trying to rent equipment, and they wouldn't give him credit, or they wouldn't want to let their equipment go. So he started saying, "This is for Samuel L. Bronkowitz Productions."
Sounds important.
It sounded important. And
Which brings
one
me-
lady that he asked that said, "Oh, is he still making pictures?" So yeah,
it brings me to this. The greatest comedians ever were Jews, and primarily from Brooklyn. Brooklyn Jews have the best humor. I know because I'm from Brooklyn. And we cracked up. Everybody was funny. All the old Aldecocker men, they come out with things that you drop dead laughing from. I mean, one-liners, and they never meant to be funny. So what happened was Hollywood, which is very primarily Jewish in production and direction and most of everything, the talent is Jewish humor. And I'm not saying it because I'm prejudiced, but I'm saying it because it's true. Your humor and all of your movies, you can hear it. Now, the Golden Girls, my very good friend Stan Zimmerman writes for Golden Girls.
Wrote.
He's Jewish. And he said that most of the writers on that show were Jewish. Jewish people have, maybe it's because we've been tortured for so many years that we've had to learn to be funny, to overcome the horrors that have been done to us, right? I don't know what it is, but something about Jewish humor.
that Jews may be disproportionately represented, but there are so many great comedians like Bob Hope,
Yep.
Steve Martin, Eddie Murphy. I mean, Kevin. There's
Bob
you
Hope
just forget.
Bob Hope was not funny. Bob Hope was a tight-ass wasp anti-Semite. So I'm not nuts about Bob Hope.
I didn't know he was an anti-Semite.
Oh, terrible. He wouldn't work with black people. No, he was awful. I know that from the day. Jane Russell, my best friend, was also Bob Hope's friend. So I knew a lot of stuff through Jane.
Oh, well, I don't know about any of that.
Oh, yeah, Bob Hope was a terrible anti-Semite and a racist.
So wait, I want to go.
As was Bing Crosby and most of the people in those days. So if you were Jewish, you didn't get too far in the 1940s unless you were superb. You had to be so outstanding, they had to forgive you for being Jewish.
Well, the Marx Brothers did all right. Yeah.
Yes.
I knew
Actually, one of the Marx Brothers lives here.
Yeah, I knew him.
Piano player here. I don't know if he's still piano playing, but one of the brothers. He's like 100, and he plays every Monday night at a piano bar here.
He's still playing.
There can't be Chico, Groucho, or Harpo.
No,
they're all dead.
He's the son.
Oh, he's the son. I'm saying, my bad. I'm sorry.
Oh, it may have been maybe Harpo's son, Bill.
Yes, Bill. It's Bill. That's his name. Bill Marx.
Bill
Yes.
Marx. Yeah, I know Bill well. I sang at his piano many times. But Bill Marx is a sweet guy, a nice guy.
So I want to go into your comedy course because, first of all, I think a lot of people, everybody who watches the show basically is in the industry or wants to be in the industry. And so if people are interested in comedy, I think that what you're doing will benefit them. So why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, it really is for people who want to be in the industry. And so many people we hear about that they're funny at parties, they're funny with their friends, but they can't translate it to, get any traction on writing a script. I've made all the mistakes. I just, I have so much experience that's why we evolved this set of rules, which is mainly things not to do, plus another 100 or so, which we call the glossary of terms. And, I've made all the mistakes, and I think I can really help people get into the business and do some good work by just avoiding wasting time on stuff.
How are you as a director? I've worked with directors that I wanted to spit in their face because they called themselves a director. That was nerve. I worked with a director on a very expensive horror movie, and I was on set, and I said, "But where's my director?" They said, "Oh, is he in the other room with the television?" I said, "What is he watching, cartoons?" They said, "No, he's watching us. He's directing us." Wow. I said, "He's directing us from that's not how I work. I worked with, what's his name? The greatest director in the world. when I did That Kind of Woman with Sophia Loren.
I know, I forgot his
Oh,
name.
I can't remember.
Anyway, let him answer your question.
Anyway, he came down and spoke to us, and he was so big he didn't have to talk to extras. He should have everybody else.
We were all, Jerry and Jim and I were all writers first. And so and Mel Brooks said this a lot, that he directs out of self-defense. He writes this material, he has a vision, and he just wants to make sure nobody else is there to screw it up. And so Jerry and Jim and I, after writing Kentucky Fried Movie, we were on the set with John Landis. And Landis did a great job, and we learned about what the process was, what a director does. And but we also knew that when we did Airplane, which was our next movie, we had to direct it ourselves. We couldn't, and Paramount wanted to shop it around to other directors and everything. We just knew that, why do we need a middleman? We can do this. We watched what Landis was able to do, and Landis added a lot of great jokes, and we just learned what the process was, because we had never even been on a movie set before Kentucky Fried Movie, so we were ready to do it. And then we had the great advantage of having this movie 0 Hour to spoof, and so that had the whole plot, character development already there, and we didn't even realize how important that was until we did Top Secret, and we didn't really know about that, and so we corrected it, and then we did Ruthless People, which had
Great movie.
Yeah, Ruthless People was written by Dale Launer, a marvelous writer, and it was so funny, and but not our style of spoof at all. And then after that, we kind of went off into our own directions, and I did Naked Gun, and Jerry did Ghost, and Jim did the Hot Shots, and so because we didn't need to all be together on the set anymore.
Right, because you had gotten it.
But
So wait,
I like to work with a director, not in the films I'm in now. When I used to be in real movies, I call them real movies. Not the shit I'm in now. Right now, I'm going through my Betty Davis, Joan Crawford's era. When Betty and Joan had to do Baby Jane for $60,000. I'm going through that period of my life because I'm 85. What are they going to do with me now? Romantic lead, swashbuckler, and what they're lucky I could stand there. So I forgot what I was talking about.
But you look very spry for 85.
he's very spry for 85.
Yeah, I know, but I want a director that comes over to me and tells me, Ron, you stink, don't do that, do this, stand there, smile, I like the other angle. I want a director that takes an interest in what we all do to make a movie good.
Well, I think, real
But the directors nowadays, you have to admit it.
The indie directors, he's different.
No,
He doesn't run in our circle. He runs in a big circle.
Of course, because he's a professional. We have jerks.
But I think I've been on some movie premieres where it's an indie film and they're low budget movies, and I see and I even talked to the director of one of them afterwards, and I said, I did my usual. Yeah, I picked out. I don't lie, but I pick out things that I liked about it. Rather than saying it's a great movie. But I said, but why didn't you have the main boy and the main girl in the movie have a romantic relationship? And it would have been such a huge thing. And he said, I didn't want to do that. It was not appropriate or something. But it's like, so this guy doesn't know what he's doing. and the writers don't know what they're doing.
You're right.
Because not everybody thinks that they can do this. And that's why I'm doing the course. It's like you can't do it. Even the pros like Seth MacFarlane and all the people who did Naked Gun 4 are pros, and they've all done stuff, but they didn't know what they were doing.
I didn't think they either. Sidney Lumet.
I was directed by Sidney Lumet. All right.
Okay, that makes you more important than I even thought you were. Yeah.
Wait, you're talking about Rolls Royce. When you talk about Sidney, you're talking about Rolls Royce, because as big as Sidney was, and he was big, he would talk to Sophia Loren, Barbara Nichols, George Sanders, and us extras the same. he had that intelligence to know that it takes everybody to make a movie, not just the star.
Yeah. Well, there is such a thing as like common decency and respect. I mean,
Yes.
you don't want to talk down to people, no matter who they are.
He never.
So wait,
I had beautiful big black hair, and I wanted my hair to show so I'd stand out. You know, everybody wants to be an actor. And I took my helmet and I held it, threw it in the back of my neck. He came over. He said, "Soldier, put the helmet up." I said, "Why? And cover my hair?" And he started to laugh. He thought that was funny because I had the balls to say that to him. So I put the helmet up. But when we filmed, I threw the helmet back. So I think if you see it in the film, I don't know if my helmet's
I
back
don't know.
on.
Anyway, I want to go back. So first of all, hey Juan.
But he was wonderful, Sidney Lumet.
Hey Juan, stop. Juan, we want to do. I sent you a video. It says OG naked spoof comedy, and we're gonna just play it for everybody. I pulled it off of your YouTube channel, and it's about your class. But I want you to introduce it, and then we're gonna play it. It's only a minute long, and hang on, and we'll be right back. But you introduce it for us, and Juan, hopefully you got it. Go for it, David.
I don't know what the clip is, so we're.
It's about your master class.
Yeah, I'm just teaching this course on master class, and I'm a talking head, and we play a lot of clips from my movies and other people's movies, and things that we did right, things that we did wrong, things that other people did wrong. We're gonna do a whole course on what they did wrong in Naked Gun 4.
Oh, good. That's good. That would be a good one.
Yeah, so because I can teach that way by showing.
So you guys,
Yeah.
so you guys, here's the video.
Fucking direct.
OG naked spoof comedy from David Zucker off his YouTube channel about his course. Check it out.
Hi, I'm. It's like I don't think I can do this. We kind of, over the years, assembled 15 rules that help to guide us. Now, I have to say, they're only our rules, but they do apply to anybody who's attempting to do this kind of spoof. All these people, when they try to imitate our style, probably less successful because they are not aware of the rules, the 15 rules. Jim Abrams is probably looking down at me and saying, "Oh God, is David trying to take himself seriously?" No, I'm not. And it's none of your business.
So you guys could go to mastercrash.com to get more. Now you know the clip I picked.
That's the trailer, I guess.
Yes.
This is going to be a very funny film.
It's not a film. It's
What
a
is it?
class to teach you how to be a fucking writer and how to.
Oh, I saw every.
Well,
Those are his movies because he's using those to promote the fact that he's
Okay.
teaching a master crash.
I got it.
like it's like a trailer for a movie. You try to lure people in to see the movie, and so we're so they won't be
You
too
should do a
disappointed.
movie.
And here we're luring people into our Master Crash course.
But
I
David,
think
you
it's
should
awesome.
do a movie with all your outtakes. Outtakes are hilarious.
They aren't really outtakes for comedies. They would be used in the movie if
They're
if
good.
they actually were funny. So when they do the special additional materials for the Naked Guns or Airplane or Scary Movie, it's stuff that didn't make the movie, so it's not that funny. And then if you do people going up on their lines, I don't find that stuff funny because I don't know what's funny about somebody blowing the line. It's like we've seen it so many times, it's not funny anymore.
I agree with you, but nobody ever mentions that. So in that trailer that we just played, you had your book. You have two books I know. One of them is called Shirley, You Can't Be Serious, The True Story of Airplane. I love the Shirley reference at the beginning, the way you did that, even though you spelt it, Shirley, like Surely. But it was really cool. So where do people get the book?
They can get it on Amazon or, occasionally a bookstore will have a copy, but you can get it on Amazon.
I love it. And then you have another one, Before the Invention of Smiling, the incredible journey of the Zucker family from horse and buggy to indoor plumbing.
Yeah, I love history, and I read all nonfiction history biographies, in American history. And so I was also interested in the history of my family because from the time I was 5, I would sit at my grandmother's knee and she would tell stories about how she grew up in this little village in Hungary and how they had to sneak over the border to get to into Poland, and they went in a covered wagon to a train station in Krakow, and the whole journey. I was fascinated that this was, some adventure that my family had, and so I started researching it, and then, using the internet, I could get all this information, including the Ellis Island records, and I had the exact dates, what ship they came in, and anyways, so it's done, and I do a lot of humor in it too. So
I have all that stuff for my grandmother. That nobody came here illegally back then because you weren't allowed. They used to spray them. Imagine they'd spray the immigrants with something because to disinfect them. They'd spray them with a hose.
I should talk about that, but yeah.
So let's go into because we have to go. So here's something I like to ask everybody, and I'm not sure how to ask it for you. So let's just do it this way. Bucket list. If you could have directed any movie that's ever been made, or you could, if you don't like that question, you could go to like, what is your favorite movie, that you really like? And the second part is, if you could direct any actor living or dead, who would you have liked to have worked with?
Well, I wish I could have directed Brando in Airplane 2, because that's what our idea was. Bob and Julie fly down the plane. He takes her home to meet his family, and they get married, and it's The Godfather. And we didn't even want to do it on a plane because, Jim and Jerry and I always wanted to do something original. We're not like Naked Gun 4, just doing a copy. And so if we could have done that, we could have probably gotten Brando. It would have been.
Yeah, but if you got Brando, you wouldn't have hair on your head today.
There's no,
You
there
would have
aren't
pulled
any.
it all out. He was impossible because Lorraine Landon, who we spoke about, actually, it's my niece was married to Brando's son, Christian. And Brando was a very impossible person to.
Well, he was in a spoof, and some director directed him, and I'd have to ask that guy. But I'll tell you, there is no actor that I haven't been able to deal with, even the ones they said
Or difficult.
were difficult. I never had a problem because I would always, I would always be aggressively insulting toward them, and they loved.
I
it.
bet you could never direct Faye Dunaway.
There is no one I couldn't handle.
Good for you. I love that. I love that.
Faye Dunaway is insane. Everybody.
Yeah,
that's worked
I
with her
find
says
a way.
she's
I find a way. I've never had a problem. Even Val Kilmer, we got along great. He was moody, but.
Actually, they asked that in the chat room. Talk about Top Secret and the late Val Kilmer, another classic.
Yeah, Val was great, and we would run into each other in the years after Top Secret, many years after that, and he was always friendly. And when Jim and I would talk about it, we figured out that Val was a Juilliard trained actor, and we gave him this crazy script, and it was our fault that we didn't give him a character. And so I know that he was lost, and yet it was his first movie, and so he had a lot of respect for us as director. He assumed we knew what we were doing. We really didn't, and he still powered through it. But I remember he was a quirky, very serious guy, and but whatever it wasn't his fault. And this is part of the thing that I'm trying to teach in Masterclass. You think you know what you're doing, you're so confident that you know what you're doing, but you may not. So, and this is what happened with Seth MacFarlane. With he can print money. He's got Family Guy and Ted, and all. He's like he can buy and sell me 30 times over, but in spoof, he doesn't know what he's
But he
doing.
I
couldn't.
have to say,
He
Ted is.
couldn't beat you in talent. That's for sure.
I think that Ted is funny just because I thought it was very funny. But most of his other movies, I would never say. I don't think any of them are better than what you do. I think what you do is fantastic. Everybody, go to masterclass.com.
Master Crash.
Master Crash. Oh, I'm sorry, mastercrash.com. And his Instagram is themastercrash.spoof. And his Instagram is the David Zucker. And I had to look at how I wrote Booker down so I wouldn't mess up your name on the thing.
Oh,
Have you ever seen the movie that Zsa Zsa Gabor made, Maidens from Outer Space? Now, that movie is a serious movie, but it is the campiest movie I have ever seen.
Well, I have not seen that, but I did direct Zsa Zsa Gabor in Naked Gun.
Oh,
Two and a half, I think.
2.5,
for
yes.
1 minute. For 1 minute. You couldn't
Yeah.
take her for 10 minutes or an hour.
But there again,
He has no problem. He's telling you.
I have no problem. I just, I'm like, give me the ball. I can.
She
do it.
didn't direct you?
No, she was.
No,
Everybody was
tell you how
completely
she didn't
pleasant.
say to you, David, this is how I should do it?
No, never. Nobody. No one would dare. I'm David Zucker. Don't you want?
I love it. So real quick, you have because I
Hey,
actually
wait a minute. I want to say something. David, please come back again.
Oh,
I hope you enjoyed our show and come back.
I have. Of course, I'll come back and yeah.
You're very interesting.
Endure
You
this
have
again,
a lot more to say than
and you
said.
have a new movie about Malta, something to Malta.
This is the Star of Malta. We're in pre-production now. We're casting. It's set in 1949. It's going to be done in black and white. It's just going to be absolutely a real film noir movie based on another 0 Hour type movie, which was called Detour.
Oh, we've seen that.
I know.
We
Jim.
just
Yeah,
saw it. It was on Turner Classic. We watch everything Turner Classics.
It's a
all the
wonderful movie. It goes for like 2 acts, and then I think they ran out of money or something. But it just
I love
ends. So yeah,
I know the film well, Detour.
So we want to thank you for coming on. I
Yes.
have another guest that's going to come on. Plus, I told your publicist we wouldn't keep you more than 40 minutes, and we did. So I
And
apologize.
I have to say so. I have to say something.
you're fired. Yeah.
Political. David, we need you nowadays.
Yeah,
because-
comedy right now.
I'm speaking, you
Oh.
cocksucker. You never fucking give me I can't take him. I'm divorcing him. Lend me $3,000 so I
Go.
could divorce this fuck. I'm in the middle of talking and he jumps in. He's an egomaniac. I can't take him.
Go
I
ahead.
really can't take him.
But I
Anyway,
know how all these things usually end in a request for money. So you are no different.
Yes.
Lend me for a divorce. Anyway, we need fun. We need to laugh again. We need you.
I totally
we
agree,
need
and
you
I'm the
make
one
us
to do
laugh.
it.
America needs to laugh,
Yeah.
and we need you to do it.
Yes, because the other people that are trying to do it suck.
Well, it's just that we're on such horrible ways with such other country. The world is really
No, that
fucked up.
Naked Gun. So just to give you an idea, I wrote that you were coming on the show. I have like 1 million followers on social media, and I wrote the Naked Gun, and somebody assumed that you did the new one. I was like, and they were like, that was the shittiest movie I've ever seen. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, he didn't do that one.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I wanted one question before we go. Were you ever an actor?
Oh, well, in our Kentucky Fried Theater show, we all acted, Jerry and Jim and I, and Pat Proft. We were all, because we didn't have enough money to hire real actors. So, we did it. And we could perform our own material.
I love
Makes
it.
you a better director. I find directors that were actors are better directors.
Well, and the fact that we had a live sketch show, we had that feedback, instant feedback from the audience. We kind of learned what was funny.
right.
And also, our piano player in the show was a guy named Steven Stucker, and he was the flamboyant air controller in Airplane.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Yeah, we wrote the part for him.
I love it. So, everybody, this is David Zucker. Thank you so much for coming on. Congratulations on all your success, and the best of luck with the Star Malta 1-2.
Thank you,
Yes,
guys.
David.
Thank you so
Okay.
much.
It's a
Bye-bye.
pleasure to meet you again.
Bye bye.
Take care, babe. What a nice guy.
What a nice guy, you guys. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed it. He was
See,
great.
now that's talent. That's what makes the business better. not the jerks that buy in and do what they do
Well,
now.
that's why that shit sucks.
This is Hollywood.
You guys should definitely see Ruthless People too. That's a great movie with Danny DeVito and Bette Midler. We saw it during COVID for like the
Very
third time.
funny.
It's very, very
But
funny.
David is Hollywood. He's it's the real McCoy.
Absolutely. So we're going to take a music break, you guys. This is Avohi Avoher, and he's a client of World Star PR, and he's a very good friend of Mark Loverush, and he's a British performer, and this is a brand new original Christmas song called Christmas Magic Near and Far by Avohi Avoher. Enjoy.
Snowflakes fall, blazing lights. All the world is feeling bright. From Tokyo to LA nights, we will dance till morning light. On the rooftops under stars, parties bursting out of bars. From Brazil to Zanzibar, Christmas magic near and far. Happy Christmas, feel the beat. Snow is falling at our feet. Voices rising in the street. Together now, let's make it sweet. Shimmering in Paris air, jingle bells and glowing flare. All unite, the joy we share. Meet me at the market square. Laughter echoes loud and clear. Cozy nights with those most dear. From downtown Seoul to here, let's all spread the festive cheer. Global tune that we all sing. From the subway to the king, joy to every living thing. This Christmas love is taking wing. Glimmering through the beat, holiday between our feet. Electric love in every street. Together now, let's make it sweet. Shimmering in Paris air, jingle bells and glowing flare. All unite, the joy we share. Meet me at the market square. Laughter echoes loud and clear. Cozy nights with those most dear. From downtown Seoul to here, let's all spread the festive cheer.
Yay! That's Christmas Near and Far by Avohi Avoher, a UK artist. He does dance music, but he also does classical music. And we have 6 minutes left, so we can talk about something. But I have one other song I want to play since we have time.
I'm mad at you
Okay. Why are you mad at me?
because you direct me. You shouldn't direct me on our show. If you want somebody else, I will leave and you could replace me with somebody you could push around and direct.
I don't want to direct.
If I'm in the middle of saying something
I
funny
know. Well, I just messed that up. So
and you interrupt, you step on my line. Ugh,
anyway,
not professional. That's what it is.
that's it.
No theater
In
background.
the meantime, everybody's saying it was a great interview.
no theater training. Jimmy hasn't any theater training at all.
That's true. I don't.
So he doesn't know how to work as a team. When you know, we have a button, we call it a button. We build up the joke and then we hit the button, which makes people laugh. So if you come in before I hit the button, everything I said before goes to waste. It's not funny.
Well, I'll work on it.
You know, I did stand up for 30 years. I know how to do comedy.
I'll work on it. In the meantime, we're gonna play one other Christmas song, you guys. This is also a Vohi of
Have
Voher.
yourself
And the name of this is a remake of
a
Away in the
merry
Manger.
little Christmas.
So this is a Vohi of Voher, Away in. Okay,
Spirits
please
bright.
stop.
No, I'm not.
Come on.
No, how do you like it?
This is important, you guys. This is a great artist. I want the world to know who he is, and I want to give him great exposure. This is called Christmas Classics by Avohi Avoher, and it's a remake of Away in the Manger. Enjoy, and then we'll be back with Mark Baca Anthony.
Yeah.
That's actually
No, the other girl.
Oh, I don't know then who that is. Hey, everybody. So
The
what's
other
up?
girl, the girl that was there with the baby.
I don't know what you're talking about.
When we ate out in the patio at the home.
That was the lady who owned the place. That's not who. That's nothing. They owned that place.
Where we had lunch.
They owned it. That's not a lady. She wasn't with
What?
us.
Where we're shooting the film.
No, never mind. Forget it.
Wait. We went to the
We went to the winery, and the lady came out with the baby because she owns the winery.
That's who I thought was his daughter. The lady with the baby.
Yeah, but not. That's not our guest. The other guy who owns it was a different person.
I know that. I'm
Okay.
talking about the young
That has
girl.
nothing to do with anything though that we're doing. Anyway, guys, Ron's confused.
I'm not confused.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna bring on our next guest. Baca, what's up?
Hello.
Get out of here. Stop that. Stop. Put that out. Put that out.
That is so cool. Everybody look at that. Baca just lit his arm on fire.
You know, Jimmy is sick. He thinks person on fire is cool.
It is cool.
It isn't cool.
That's what he does for a living.
I don't give a shit what he does for a living. I don't like that stuff.
Hang on,
Oh,
we
come
want
on,
to
Ron.
introduce everybody. Now we want to introduce Emmy winner, actor, producer, stuntman, stunt coordinator, Mark Baca Anthony. Hello and welcome to the show.
What's up, buddies? How you guys doing?
We're good.
You know, don't put yourself on fire for your act because everybody's sensitive to that. The woman in the subway
No.
that was put on fire, and now a
I'm done
man
with
in
fire.
the subway. A man last week was put on fire in the subway. So people are very shy.
So you guys, just so you
going on
know,
fire.
Mark Baca Anthony owns Extreme Force Hollywood Stunts, and that's what he does for a living. And he's a genius.
Yes, he's a great stuntman.
He's great. And according to
He doesn't need fire.
According to McKenna Smith from Texas in the chat room, who is his significant other, Nicole, he's smoking hot. Say hi to Nicole in the chat room.
Yeah, I better.
You
I
gotta
better
like
I'll say
love
hi
it.
right here.
I like love
Now,
it.
when you met us, did you find me nice?
You remind me of Junior from Sopranos. You say what you feel, you just say it, and that's okay. I love that.
Right. No, I just found that the fire scared me. I don't like it. No, because I like you and I don't want to see you on fire. It doesn't please me. I'd rather see you do something exciting, like jump from an airplane and land on a horse.
Well, Nicole would probably rather me go on fire than do that. Trust me.
So you guys,
Yeah.
we met. But actually, I was introduced to. We actually call him Baca, and we were introduced to Baca from Jeff Caperton, who's in the chat room right now.
Jeff,
And
Jeff, that picture of you young is adorable. You were a cute little boy.
and we are working on a movie that that's what we were talking about before we brought Mark on, because we're doing a movie with Steve
Yeah.
Ross, right? Steve
Steve
Ross,
Ross.
and the name of the film is Carnival, and it's a carnival horror movie. It's going to be really cool, and we went to this great location several months ago looking at all the props and where we were going to shoot it, and then we went to a winery and we all hung out, and Ron was somehow thinking that the winery girl was somehow affiliated with you. And remember the lady who came out with the baby?
Yeah.
I thought,
yeah.
I thought it was your daughter. I thought she's so young looking, that woman. That
Yeah,
woman looks
yeah, she was.
19.
Yeah.
She's like 40 or something, and she looks 19.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I thought she was your daughter.
That's what we were talking about before we got on.
Right.
Anyway, all right. So let's talk about you a little bit. First of all, you guys, Mark is one of the coolest guys I know in Hollywood, and he lives in Texas.
I used to be in
And-
LA though, but I'm in Texas now.
What's so funny about living in Texas?
Because he's my Hollywood friend who lives in Texas. Hollywood friend, hello.
What Hollywood? There's no such thing as Hollywood.
Yeah, that's true. There really isn't so much thing as Hollywood. So tell everybody a little bit about. First of all, let's go to, because the Hollywood Stunts is such a big thing for you. Tell everybody a little bit about what you do with Extreme Force Hollywood Stunts.
Well, I for 32 years I've been doing stunt work. Started off in fight choreography like every stunt guy, being a martial artist. But then I ran into people, met mentors like Pete Porteous, and eventually I met a great guy named Gary Bishop. Both are gone now, rest in peace. But there's mentors like that kind of gave me the inspiration to keep moving forward, to get better at different aspects of stunts. And people like the Dashnaws and the Armstrongs, they're like they set the bar up high for stunt guys. So I learned really quick that if I want to be successful, I couldn't wait around for people to give me opportunities. I had to create them. So that's exactly what I did. I bought out people who were old school stunt coordinators. I purchased their equipment. I learned from them, and I created my own team, Extreme Force Hollywood Stunts. And I've been doing it here in Texas for 5 years. Been in the game for 32 years, and I'm still going. And it's been a wild, wild ride.
Let me tell you a quick story. I knew Burt Reynolds really well. Burt and I were friends for years. And he said everything in his body was broken from stunt work. And he said to me, I'm going to die young because of it. I said, no, you're not. And he didn't die from it, but I saw him again in Florida as an old man. He couldn't move. He was arthritic all over. He was like, are you worried about that happening to you?
No, I'm not. I think if you eat healthy, and Nicole, she's a great cook, trust me. And I opened up my martial arts studio again, so I'm stretching out, I'm working out again. after having knee surgery and a hernia. So now I feel really good. I feel
Okay,
optimistic.
stop right there. Stop, Mark, stop. Back it up. Woo! Knee surgery. I had knee surgery 7 months ago. I'm in agony
remember.
right now.
Yep, I
How
remember that.
long were you?
You
in
didn't have
pain?
a replacement though, did you? What did you have?
No, not a replacement. ACL and MCL, and I was walking the same day. I walked. Yeah.
Yeah, so he didn't have a replacement, so his is different than yours.
I would suggest to people not to have this operation. It's horrible, painful.
Oh,
It
no.
never
Yeah.
gets better. So how many things are broken on you?
I haven't had many injuries because I've been very, very fortunate, lucky, but I'm also very, very safe. When I do something, I commit to it, and that's what happens with stunts. Sometimes we don't commit, and then that's when we get hurt. So you have to commit to the stunt work you're doing so you don't get hurt. And things do happen. Don't get me wrong. I've just been very fortunate to I haven't broken anything during stunt work.
Good.
So you have a ranch, right? You have a ranch in Texas, like a stunt ranch.
Yes.
I don't know if that's what you call it. But
10 acres, and we do stunts. We have a stunt school. We teach people how to do stunts. I've had people from Chicago. I got these awesome girls from Chicago come down. They're amazing. They come down to my stunt camp. I got people from all over the country coming to our stunt camps, and we teach people how to do stunts so they can perform and do it correctly. Now, whether they join my team or not, it doesn't matter. I'm okay with competition. I just want people to learn safely, so they come to me to train. But we also shoot movies out here. We've had the Warner Brothers has been out here, and they brought The Accountant 2. They did the promotions out here at my ranch, and they flew me out to work in the Minecraft press junket with Jason Momoa and Jack Black, and that was pretty fun. That's pretty cool.
This question's for Jeff Caperton. Jeff, are you a stuntman too? Does Jeff do stunts?
Yes, he has a trailer out here that he stays in, and he'll help with the place whenever we need it and do things around the place.
Does he do dangerous stunts? Jeff, answer. You're in the chat room. He's in the chat room.
He does.
Fuck.
he does. I don't know if he's still there.
Oh, he does do stunts?
Yes. He says yes, not at the same level as Mark. So he's not. He's like a lower level. So what are some of the kind of stunts
Wait. How do you define levels of stunt?
Well, I don't like to brag because that's not who I am. But like I can, light my whole body on fire, my face, my legs, down to my toes, everything. Stunt driving, I've jumped cars, crashed cars, rolled cars. That's very dangerous, and I've done that. And I know how to prep the cars for that too.
Do you do like stunts like flying in the air?
I threw my body through the air. Yeah, so I've jumped out of a 6-story building through a window.
You jumped out of a 6-story building.
I can't hear this. As a young boy, did you have a death wish?
Actually, as a young boy, I never thought I'd make it to like 30, and here I am, almost 55, and I'm still doing it. So I was a daredevil.
Take it easy, kiddo. You don't have to be Superman.
No, now that I have my daughter.
Reynolds never turned down a stunt. They said, we want to come in for a close-up of you jumping off the car as it hits another car. And Burt would say, okay.
I don't know if you guys caught that too, because he doesn't really brag, but The Accountant 2, the Ben Affleck movie that's like $100-something million movie in Minecraft. He worked with on both of those. Those are like those aren't like little indie films, you guys. Those are like.
What were you, a car driver?
No, I was a rigger and the safety, and I had to go through all the logistics with. Sir?
What was you?
He does the safety and makes sure they're doing everything safe so people don't get hurt.
Oh, good. Then you don't do the stunts. Good.
And rigger, and I was a rigger too. Yeah.
I think it's freaking
I
awesome.
thought you were very nice, and I would hate to hear anything ever happen to you. So don't do it. Better you supervise.
I also wrote down
supervise.
Pretty much what I do mostly.
So you guys, some of the films that he's also worked as a stunt performer, The Quest, which for all you fight people, he's a big karate guy. That's Jean-Claude Van Damme, Aki Aliong, who's been on our show, Roger Moore, Jack McGee, who's been on our show, James Remar. He also did the Divergent series, Allegiant. He was a stunt performer with Naomi Watts, Shailene Woodley, Theo James, Jeff Daniels, Octavia Spencer, Ansel Elgort, Miles Teller. I mean, these are like huge things. And he does indie stuff too. And I today before we got on the show, I was like, oh shit, I didn't bring a video that we could play for Mark. And so you guys, he did a movie called Six Wheels from Hell, but he's an actor because he also acts, and he's a really good actor. He has another film called The Powderhorn, where he plays that we're turning into a featured film that he's playing one of the lead characters. But he did this movie Six Wheels from Hell, and he plays the mother trucker. He plays Mother Trucker, the psychotic killer trucker from hell.
I like the motherfucker.
Yep.
No, Mother Trucker. Not Motherfucker, Mother Trucker. And also, we want to real quick, before we play the trailer and let you talk about it, just give a shout out to April Rawlings, who's in the chat room. Hey, April.
Oh, April's amazing. April's amazing. She's a stunt performer from Chicago. That girl has so much talent. I'm gonna put her in some gigs. She's amazing. Like, we have to use her in some of our films. Yeah.
Are you in our movie, the clown, the whatever movie?
The clown movie?
Is it a clown movie?
It's called Carnival. He's one of the producers.
Yeah,
he probably will be somebody.
I'm in another fucking clown movie.
It's not a clown movie. It's a carnival movie. There's a big difference.
I've done 6 clown movies. I'm done with clowns.
No, this is going to be a good one.
This is I have nothing to do with clowns in this movie, right?
There's a clown in it, but there's lots of people in it. It's a carnival movie. Anyway, it's called Carnival, you guys too. There you go. What's the website for that? Do you remember? We can send them to go look at carnival.com or something.
Mother Trucker.
Oh, Mother Trucker.
Go to Carnival. That's a Mother Trucker. Like
Mother Trucker is the name
Evan
of the clown.
So
Evan
wait a second. Do you have your
he's the director?
Do you have your own Funko Pop that was also made, or no, or just a picture of the Funko Pop?
Yeah. I just haven't gotten it yet, but yeah, there's a Funko Pop that's made for me. Plus, I got the stickers.
I love that. We actually have those. So tell us a little bit about the film Six Wheels from Hell.
Yeah, I play a killer trucker, and it's a unique truck. Evan Allen's a great writer and director. Yeah, he casted me as the lead, and it was fun. But doing the acting and then doing the stunts.
Oh no, we froze.
You froze, Mark.
Bring him out and bring him back.
Mark is gone.
That's okay. He'll be back, you guys. And you guys, Mark's significant other is Nicole. She's the most beautiful, wonderful woman you'll ever meet in your life. We had a blast hanging out with her. They got to come back soon so we can hang out again. And we don't know what happened. What happened? Why are we pulling him out and back in again? Anyway, so we're going to play his trailer. The name of the movie is Six Wheels from Hell, but I want him to come back and introduce it. And it looks like a really good film. I actually saw it. It is a really good film, but it'll look like it for you guys too. Anybody who likes horror movies, I think you'll dig it. And then Mark used to travel around the country like in a show as a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. So he's really like, when he says he does karate, he like really does karate. That's why he has a karate school. And the karate school, I forgot the name of it. I think it's called... Oh,
I guess we lost him.
Baka Martial Arts Academy.
We're full screen now.
That's okay. He's coming back. They're going to bring him back in. Nicole says, making me blush. Love you too.
Well, blush makes you look even more beautiful.
That's right. I love the whole thing. So she's in the chat room. April's in the chat room. And we're gonna bring Mark back.
April, tell Mark not to go on fire anymore, okay?
No, Nicole's the girlfriend. April's the stunt.
I mean, Nicole, tell him not to go on fire. That really disturbed me.
He also starred in a movie with our friend John Schneider called To Die For, which I have that down. We're going to talk about that too once we get him back. Hopefully he'll be okay and we can get him back quickly with all of this. Live TV, you guys, so we have to keep talking. You guys like my new glasses? There you go. And I didn't see the movie To Die For. I've seen a lot of his other stuff. But Six Wheels from Hell I saw because it's really good.
What could have happened to him?
Bad signal, bad Wi-Fi. There's all kinds of things that happen on these shows when things are going on. So what's up, chat room? Are you enjoying yourselves? I hope so. We're having a pretty good show. Both of our guests are fabulous. And he's safe, but it's always nerve-wracking. Nicole says he's safe, very safe, but it's always nerve-wracking.
Yeah, but I don't like that fire shit. I really don't go for that. That's dangerous. That's so dangerous.
That's what happens though when you're a stunt person. It is dangerous.
I know how they do it. I know how it's done. The trick of the fire. Still, it's a dangerous thing. You can hurt yourself.
Oh, absolutely. But when he jumps out of a 6-story building too, he could hurt himself doing that and driving cars and rolling cars.
I mean, what a way to make a living. Every minute you're ready to die. No, that sucks.
Well, now he teaches people too, though, and
I'm
that's
glad.
a good way to
I'm
make
glad.
a living.
I'm happy Mark is a teacher. He's not doing that crazy shit anymore.
Oh, he still does it. It just depends. So you guys can check out his Instagram. It's Extreme Force Hollywood Stunts, and it starts with an X. So XTREME Force Hollywood Stunts is the Instagram, but the actual website, I think you write the whole thing out. Extreme EXTREME Hollywood, Extreme Force Hollywood Stunts. And Juan, maybe we should play the trailer for his movie, just because I don't know where he is. You guys, so this is a short trailer. The name of the movie is called Six Wheels from Hell. Mark Baca Anthony plays Mother Trucker, the psychotic killer trucker from hell. And here's the trailer, and we'll be back in a minute. Enjoy.
Las Vegas, here we come!
I can't believe we're all moving to Vegas.
I know, right? It's a dream come true.
Wow, super creepy dude.
Mason, stop. I think he heard you.
What if he has someone locked up in the back of his semi? She's gone. Someone took her.
Who's that creepy trucker?
What are you doing?
They call me Mother Trucker.
I freaking love that. They call me Mother Trucker. I love that, dude. That was so cool.
That wasn't even in the script. I made that up on ad lib when we did it. I thought it was cool, so I said it.
So what about
Wait, was that you on fire at the end?
Yeah, I doubled for the cop that got I lit on fire. Yeah.
So your whole body was on fire.
Nah, just partial. It was a partial burn. So
I love it.
You're crazy, you know that.
First of all, I think the movie is. I've seen the movie. It's a really good, especially for a film that's not a super high budget. It was done very well. You're great in the film, so you're really really good in it. And is there any way you can turn your phone sideways so you have a sideways
Yes.
thing, or will that pick you up?
No, you're good.
Oh no, it didn't work. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's better. So we can see you, and that way we're all the same size. So tell us a little bit about that film, because number one, it's like you guys had to beat the Jeepers Creepers truck, so you had to get a bigger truck and a scarier truck than the Jeepers Creepers truck when you did it. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about the film.
Yeah, we got lucky. So I was in Ghost Town. It's in by Vegas, Las Vegas. It was a place called Ghost Town. And the owner was super nice. He let us use that truck, and I got to drive the truck. He trusted me, and we made friends. And he gave us a lot. So we did this movie with very, very, very little money during COVID. So the Mahal brothers were right next to us shooting, and we were sharing the same space at the same time. It was crazy.
Oh, that's cool. What movie were they filming? Oh, they were probably doing Tommy Knockers.
Yeah, I think it was Tommy Knockers.
Yeah, which is a good film. We like that, and we like them. So
answer me a question. Are your parents still alive?
My mom is. I take care of my mom. She lives in New Mexico, and I take care of her. She's my queen.
So what does your mother think of you doing all this shit?
Yeah, she doesn't like it, but she loves that I'm doing what I
She's
love
like
doing.
me. She's like me. I don't like it either. There are limits to stunt work. Some people are stupid, like Burt Reynolds was stupid, and he admitted it, that he never said no and took chances. He broke his back 2 times. I mean, who breaks their back and still does it? Would you?
Not now. I got a little girl, I wouldn't.
Again?
No, he's saying not now because he's got a daughter. Eight, right? She's 8.
Oh, she's 9, yeah, but now I have full custody of her, so now I want to make sure
You
I'm
know,
around for her. So
Yes.
I just want to make our audience understand that when you see these actors do these stunts, how dangerous they are. You think they're easy. You want to do them in your bedroom when you jump off the bed. That's a little different. But these stunt artists really, really are living in a dangerous moment. Many of them have been killed, right?
oh yeah, I know a
It's a
few friends that
dangerous job, Mark. You have to. I'm glad you're teaching. Teach.
Also, one thing that I think a lot of people don't understand, sometimes stunts can take like a week to set it up, right? I mean, they can take a long time to set the whole thing up.
We could shoot one stunt in a whole day. Like, I mean, sometimes it takes a whole day to do one stunt. Like, a lot of safety involved. A lot of directors try to push you to like get it done faster, but I don't. I won't allow it, especially if it's a SAG film. I won't do it because, you know, SAG has a lot of rules, and if once you screw up a SAG or you do something that's wrong, everybody knows your name in a negative way. No one's gonna want to work with you. So
yes,
yeah.
Safety is important.
You have to watch the movie we just finished called Town Motel 3 Ways to Hell. A stupid extra said he was a stuntman. And he had experience as a stuntman.
Now he's working as a
But wait a minute. You got to see him do the stunt. You will pee yourself. It is so disgustingly stupid. And he got paid for that. And he bullshitted and said he was a stuntman. This guy.
I hate that.
What did he do?
Fake it till you make it. I don't like that. That's bullshit advice. So you people need to be who they are and be honest with who they are and what they can do, because you're gonna get somebody else hurt or you're gonna hurt yourself.
He was not a stuntman because whatever he did was so amateur. I think he had to fall off a balcony and go into a thing, you know, an air mattress. And it was so bad.
No, Dave Bailey did that.
Dave Bailey did
But
that.
Dave Bailey's not the stuntman. The stuntman was that other guy. That other guy.
Obnoxious piece of shit we worked with. You know, we were 120 people on the set. They all hated him. So you can't be.
Wow.
You can't be. Oh, he was
Yeah.
a total jerk.
One of my funnest thing, well, not stunt wise, but acting, was working with John Schneider on his film. And me and John got really close. And, you know, I texted him yesterday. He texted me right back. You know, when a celebrity calls me his friend, then I'll put it on out there that he's my friend too. But I don't tell, if a celebrity is not my friend, I just know him. I don't call him my friend. I just know him.
That's what
that's the person. Like you. Yeah, I'm not like that. I'm like, if the celebrity says, "Hey, that's my buddy or my friend," then I'm okay calling him my buddy. John
Schneider is the coolest guy. He is the coolest guy. He's been on our show twice, not for a long time, and he's not a friend, but he's someone who's been on the show twice. And we had a blast.
I wasn't gonna say this, but I will now. I'm thinking. I said to Burt Reynolds, "Did you ever break your dick?" You know, Burt had a wonderful humor. He said, "Ron, actually, yes." I said, "How?" He said, 10 broads in a row.
That's crazy, Ron.
You know, Burt, 10 broads in a row. So I never forgot that.
So
he had a wonderful humor. I loved him.
You have To Die For. You're an actor and stunts both for To Die For?
No, just acting. And I thought I was getting a small role. When he called me, he said, "Hey, do you want to be in my movie?" I'm like, "Sure." I don't have an agent. I've never had an agent, but I'm thinking about getting one so I get more acting roles. But he called me out of the blue and said, "Hey, do you want to be in my film?" And I'm like, "Sure." I thought it was going to be a small role. I was his co-star in that role. I had a lot of lines, and I was like, oh, my God, that was tough. I'd rather do stunts, but you know what? I had fun acting, so I enjoyed it.
But you're good.
I played his nemesis.
Who do you play in Jimmy's movie, the new movie? What is it called?
Carnival, and we don't have anyone else set up. He's producing it.
You're producing it.
He's producing it.
Yeah, Powderhorn. I played Vidal.
Powderhorn. Yeah, he was talking about Carnival. No, we have another movie we're doing called The Powderhorn, and he plays Vidal. Tell him about that, because that's a great movie.
Yeah, Jeremy Howe was amazing. Been a friend of mine for 20 years. Awesome director, writer. I play Vidal, which is a Mexican bandito. They darken me up a little bit. I am Hispanic and indigenous, but I'm light complected. So they darken me up a little bit. And right now, John Schneider, he's on board to be one of the leads. And we're hoping to get Zachary Levi as the other lead. And
I love
if
Zachary
we can get
Levi.
Zachary Levi on board, it happens in the 1800s. It's a Western movie.
He shouldn't be hard to get.
Zachary Levi,
Hmm.
he's big. I don't know.
Yeah, but he's not really
Yeah.
big in the sense of where he's expensive. He's kind of like, he works, but he's done some shitty movies too, I've seen
Oh,
him.
we all have.
I don't think you know who he is. Shazam, the guy who plays the superhero Shazam.
Oh, no.
No, you're thinking of somebody else.
I'm thinking of somebody else.
Yeah, you're thinking of somebody else
With
because this
a
guy's
sim- with a
big.
sim-
No,
Similar
he
name.
lives over here where I'm at. He lives in my area, so yeah, I'll get a hold of him. So
You guys, Baca has worked with some cool ass people. Jason David Frank, rest in peace, was a
yeah, he's a
friend.
good friend of mine. We're really tight for a long time. I don't have it here. It's at my studio, my karate studio. But
Jason
Jason
you
David
guys-
Frank,
most
The Power
famous of
Ranger,
all
he
the
was
Power
good.
Rangers.
right? He would
And then
give me a lot
Taylor
of stuff to
Lautner?
sign it.
Oh
What's
yeah,
that? Taylor Lautner, yeah, Taylor Lautner for the
Guys,
Twilight
Taylor
movies.
Lautner, Twilight movies. He's like worked with
Yep.
some dope ass people that are really cool. And he also has a movie he just finished shooting, and
Toy
two of the
Maker.
people called The Toy Maker, and two of the people in it are Robert Lasardo and Sherry Davis. We love Sherry
You
Davis.
work
Oh,
with Sherry
and
Davis? Is she a piece
Rashad
of
Evans too, UFC champion. Rashad
Oh yeah,
Evans.
Rashad Evans, a UFC champion.
is
I
that-
just picked the other two because we know him.
Is that Sherry Davis not a piece of ass or what? She's my favorite piece of ass. I love Sherry. We're very good friends. And at every
Oh,
affair we go to, she always has her tits hanging out. So I take these romantic pictures with me with my arms under her, grabbing her. She's a sexy son of a bitch. I love Sherry Davis. She's one of my dearest friends.
So that won't come out for a while though, right? Because you just shot that.
Yeah,
That'll be-
it'll be out by March. It'll be out by March. And
Oh,
you know,
there
I've
you
known
go.
Sherry
Hey,
for a long time.
how did Sherry do? Because
Pretty great. I worked with her before. She's good.
Oh, what did you work with her before on?
It was a movie called The Silver Case, like 15 years ago.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
We love
Because
Sherry.
Sherry and I talked about it. Off camera, we know our lines. The minute we go on camera, we forget our lines. So I use a plug now. Now Jimmy talks to me. He gives me. I know my lines. I just don't know where they belong.
That's funny. So you have another.
It's part of 85.
You-
85 years old. You do lose. Look at Johnny Manthis. He had to retire from singing, not for any reason other than he can't remember his lyrics. And he sang
Wow.
these a million times over and over again. But he's 90, so his mind.
So
is
you guys,
gone.
he has another film, and we actually went to the premiere, which I thought you were going to be there, but you weren't there, right? For Roadkill, you weren't there. We didn't meet
Nah,
you. Right?
I wish I would have went, but I couldn't go. But director Warren Fast, he was amazing. He wrote the story, and he was so good to work with. I really enjoyed. I wish I could have acted in it, but I did the stunts. Jeff helped out. We did the stunt work, and I did all the coordinating. Yeah, I've earned his respect because we helped save the production several times, and it's those little MacGyver moments that I know how to do that help
Yes.
save a movie set. And he realized that, and he told me I was gonna hire a guy from Atlanta, but I hired you instead. And I tell you what, he's a state police officer too in Florida,
Yes.
and he's about to retire, I believe. But he's such a good Christian man, good person, just a good person all around.
So you guys have a
Him
movie
and his
with
wife are amazing.
Caitlin Carmichael, Ryan Knutson, Danielle Harris, who's a huge, horror icon.
Green Queen. Yeah.
And,
Your film that you shot in Texas, you hired all Texas actors because Sherry Davis lives in Texas.
Well, Robert Lasardo, we flew him in, and Rashad Evans, we flew both of them in, but everybody else pretty much Texas based. We had a couple of females play escorts in my part. We're from California, but yeah.
I
Do-
love
do
it. We
you
love
get-
Sherry.
Wait, do you get to kiss Sherry Davis in the film?
No, I promised my lady I wouldn't do nothing like that, so I don't kiss
What he
anybody.
said?
He won't kiss anybody in a movie because of his wife.
Oh, bullshit.
No, lots of people do that. I love that.
No, I would ball a handsome guy in front
No,
of
you
Jimmy
wouldn't.
to
No,
be in the
he's so
movie.
full of shit.
I don't
It
care.
would never fucking
I
happen.
respect
It's-
I respect my lady. If something doesn't feel right, I won't do it. So
I think that's good. You know who else? There's another actor who does that. The guy who's on
Neil,
Still West
Neil
Coast. Neil
yeah,
McDonough.
McDonough. Yep.
I love him. He's a great actor.
Listen, I worked with Sophia Loren, and I got a kiss out of Sophia off camera, of course. I asked her when we said goodbye. I said, "Dame un bacio," and she said,
But she kissed you on the cheek, not on the fucking mouth.
Well, I aimed for her mouth, my tongue out, but I missed.
I love it. Which I think it's terrific. I think, honestly, that Nicole is.
I don't think so.
Nicole is one of the most beautiful women I've ever met.
She should be secure enough to know that it's only a make-believe kiss. It's not even a kiss. We don't even kiss. We go above. One lip above and one. We don't do mouths open with tongues and spit in each other's mouth.
So I want to talk about a couple other things because you do so many different things and you do a lot to give back. First of all, you reopened your karate studio, Waka Martial Arts Academy. Is that still what it's called? So tell everybody a little bit about it, because if anybody's listening from Texas and they want to take classes, they can go to you.
Yeah, I'm a proficient. I'm a 6th-degree black belt under Jason David Frank, the Green Power Ranger, under his style. I'm also a 6th-degree black belt in Taekwondo. I've done Golden Gloves boxing. I was a cage fighter. I did MMA for years before MMA was popular, and I fought in the cage 16 times. I got a kickboxing record. I've been kickboxing forever. I'm good friends with Mike Winklejohn, Greg Jackson, are good friends of mine. I grew up in the business, the fight game, so I know a lot of fighters. I've competed with some of the best, Shoney Carter, a lot of guys in the business. But now my focus is different. I want to build leaders. So now that I'm teaching again, to keep myself in shape and teach my daughter what I can give her my talents, but also teaching kids. I want to build leaders out of these kids, and the martial arts is different for me now. I don't want to train fighters no more. I want to train athletes. I want to train people with a good mindset.
We have a friend here. His name's Bear Fiorda. He's an MMA fighter, and he has a gym here in Palm Desert that he teaches mostly like kids so they can get off the streets and have a place to go. You know, and
there you go.
The only problem is all the kids in Palm Springs are fags. So I don't know what he's going to do with all the queens.
No, he does it in Palm Desert.
He's going to have all the queens kickboxing. They'll kickbox in high heels and bras. They'll kickbox.
Is there a website for your academy or no?
Yes, it's BacaMartialArtsAcademy.com.
There you go.
Where are you in Texas?
Well, my stunt ranch is in McDade, Texas. My karate studio, martial arts studio, is in Smithville, Texas.
Big names.
Close to where?
Austin, Texas. Austin is where I live.
That's the best place to be.
Yep.
And then you also have a charity, and you did a big gala for Hope. It's like anti-bullying, I believe, right?
Yes, anti-bullying, domestic violence, and suicide. And we did that. We had David Chokichi come on, and Dee Wallace. She came.
Yeah, she's been on our show. Actually, she came on our show the 3 days before your event. And David Chokichi, I think he's been on 3 times in the past. And basically, though, it's a charity, right? This is that's something that you do to give back to because you do a lot of things to give back to the community.
Yes, I help kids, and whether they can afford it or not, or schools can afford it, I go to schools, I mentor kids. I've been doing it for 30 years. And now, since I work in the film industry, what I want to do is make video content that can help save lives, and I'm going to fund it through that gate from the galas I do. I'm going to fund it, or we'll just pay for it ourselves.
Who's funding the movie that we're all in?
We don't have the funds yet. We're working on it.
Well, how come we don't have the funds?
I don't know. You got a couple of $1 million bucks.
That's nothing. 2 or 3 million is nothing.
Yeah, right. I love it. So here's a question I like to ask everybody, and it'll be different for you. I'm going to make it a 3-part question for you. Number 1, if you could have ever been in any movie that's ever been made, what movie would you like to be in? The second part of the question is male and female actor that you would love to work with. They could be living or dead. And number 3 is if you could have been like doing the stunts for any movie that's ever been made, what movie would you like to actually do the stunts for?
Nice. Well, I'll go backwards. So stunt wise, I've always been really fascinated by the Fast and Furious franchise, the driving. Either that or Transformers. I would love to do stunt work for something like that when it comes to stunt driving. I got a good friend of mine.
I actually did the costume design for Too Fast, Too Furious.
Oh, wow. That's
back in the
amazing,
day.
man.
It was great. And being on the
Yeah.
set was so much freaking fun.
But they fired him
No, they didn't.
because all the men, the crotches were cut away.
Yeah, right. It was very
That's
fun.
funny.
Okay, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt, but I just wanted to give
No,
my
no, no.
6
You're good.
separation.
You're good. And then so that doing stunts for that, and then the second question you said, male or female who would like to work with?
Male and female, yeah, and they could be living or
Male and
dead.
female?
It doesn't have to be.
Well, one of mine was John Schneider, and we become good friends, so I kind of could check that off my thing. But if I had to pick somebody else, that Neil McDonald, I would love to work with him because he's such
Yeah,
a
me
good person.
Who?
That
Neil
I
McDonald.
like him a lot. I respect him.
I do too, and I think he got blacklisted by Hollywood, and now he's come back, because he's on that
He's-
Tulsa King. He's on Tulsa King.
He's the guy
Yeah.
that was still feeling up all the girls.
No, he's not.
No,
Isn't he the-
No, he got blacklisted because he was a huge star, but he wouldn't kiss any other females, and so Hollywood
Yeah.
blacklisted him.
Oh, I thought it was the other guy that came back.
He was in Walking Tall. He was the bad guy in Walking
Yep.
Tall with the
Oh,
clock.
yeah.
That was a
Yep.
good movie. I love that one
Why wouldn't he kiss another actress?
because he's a Christian and he doesn't believe in it. So
respect his wife.
he didn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he goes to the brothel, I wonder if he does the
Oh, he
same
doesn't.
thing.
Anyway, go ahead.
That's
Next.
such bullshit,
No.
Christian. I mean, don't we push it a little too far?
I don't think so.
It's a
Oh.
fucking movie. It's not a porno movie. It's a regular. You know how we kiss in Hollywood? Here's the lips. Here, we go above. We don't kiss that stupid fucking asshole.
Anyway, I agree with you. I would love to work with him. I think he's fabulous.
Yeah.
He's a great actor and he's a badass too.
And he's a
Yeah,
jerk.
female wise, I can't say who I would want to say because then Nicole would be like, "Oh, I knew you were gonna say that."
Okay.
But yeah,
not
so
as
like
a love
female-wise,
interest.
I'm not.
Not as a love interest. Just working with somebody in a movie. Like
I don't believe this conversation. It is a movie. It is make believe. It's not real.
all right, but anyway, who would it be?
Okay, if I can go back in time, maybe Michelle Pfeiffer. I think she was awesome and like, when she played a school teacher, and
Dangerous
something like
Minds.
that.
Yeah.
Dangerous Minds, something like that would be fun. Like I like to be the teenager though. You know what I mean? Let her be the teacher,
Right.
Because man, that would be so cool to be in that role. I thought that would be awesome.
I love that
So-
movie too, actually.
Would
And
you
your
like?
first question,
Would you like to make a? I'd like to see you in a movie with Jason Statham.
Statham.
yeah, as long as I can beat him up.
That's his
No,
favorite.
you could never beat him up. He beats up 25 guys at once.
Oh, I know. Yeah, he's Jason
And he
Statham.
doesn't even, and he hasn't a scratch or bleed.
Do you like Jason Statham? Excuse me.
Oh,
Do
I
you like
love him.
his movies?
I
That's,
love him.
that's
Yeah, I
Ron's
think it's great.
favorite.
I could watch him all day kicking and beating the shit out of people. It is.
Oh yeah,
funny.
he's an amazing actor and amazing martial artist too. Yeah, I think he's a great. Yeah.
Yeah, does he do it correctly? You would know.
Yes, he does. Oh yeah, I've Jessica Alba and all those guys. They're amazing black belts. They're legit. So.
So he really does it well, authentic.
I love it.
Oh yeah, he does. Yeah, he's legit. He's not fake. Yeah.
Wow, because it looks good on film.
We
Yeah.
watched one of them the
Can't
other
fake
night.
I love to watch him beat people up.
We watched the Transformer 2 the other night. We saw it a long time ago, but we watched it again the other night.
The end of the movie is like 20 minutes of him beating up sets of 10 people. So he goes from 10 people in the garage, he kills them. Then he goes to the park and beats up 10 people in the park, all in the film, the end of it. I said, he must be fired. He's just beat up 64 people. And not a scratch.
Right.
Nothing. And he then has the
And then-
energy.
Then he said,
I think he does his own
Right.
stunts too.
no, he does
Does-
most of them. Yeah. He has a stunt double for certain things, but yeah, he does most of the stunts. He does.
He's an incredible.
Do most of
talent.
the actors have stunt double? Like they say Tom Cruise does
Yes,
a lot
they
of
do.
his.
Well, most actors do have very few. Like I'm talking like very few, and the reason is because of insurance. Like a lot of people won't do it. A lot of productions, because if the actor gets hurt, production stops. So,
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then they lose a ton of money.
Oh, ton
I
of
like
money.
love
Yeah,
it.
Tom Cruise
You
is
guys-
an exception.
You guys, this is he's like executive produces all his. So you guys, Mark Baca Anthony, you can follow him on Instagram. It's Extreme Force Hollywood Stunts, but it's not EX. It's just with an X. But his actual website is Extreme when you spell the whole word Extreme out. ExtremeForceHollywoodStunts.com. I'm going to guess.
Yes, sir. .com.
.com. So you guys follow him, check out his work. Six Wheels from Hell. Where can people see it? Do you know?
Oh yeah, go to Tubi, Amazon. Check those places out.
Check him out
It's
on
out
Tubi.
there. I mean,
That's him as a star, the star of the film.
And
Yeah,
invite us to the red carpet.
Oh, that's already out. It's been out
Oh,
for
No,
Right
no,
on.
why did you fucking jump my gun? I'm going to kill you one day on the air, and we're going to have
So
the highest.
come on, we have to go. We're
No,
out of time.
we're gonna have the-
okay, we have to go. So
we're going to
finish.
have the highest rating when I kill you
Yeah.
on television.
Hurry up! You got no time.
The Sherry Davis film. Did you have a carpet for that yet?
no, we will though. I'll let you guys know. You guys come to the red carpet. Let's make it big.
Absolutely.
I want to go to that carpet for Sherry. I want to support you and Sherry.
And you and Robert.
And Robert, yeah.
We love
Yes.
it. And the
Appreciate it.
UFC guy who we don't know, but we'll always support. So
Yeah.
you guys, this is Mark Baca, Mark Baca Anthony. I thought Mark Anthony Baca. Either way, he'll answer to both. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. We'll see
Thank
you guys
you, Mark.
next time. Nicole, we'll see you soon. And everybody, have a great weekend. We'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Jimmy,
This is MC Alfred.
and Ozzy.
I'm just chilling, Jimmy Star, yo, sitting down and designing. Where every man in my thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't test me. Big up the girls inside the party. Let's get down to crazy Jimmy. Big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
Bitch, I'm your wanna be. Jimmy Star, new celebrity.
We'll take you out.